Welcome back to the show. We got a great one lined up. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $2.26 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is off by 1.8%. Bitcoin, 62,000 plus. We see Ethereum, 2,400 plus. Tether is 119 billion plus market cap, and USDC, 34 billion plus right now. XRP at the number 7 spots, 53 cents. We're up 0.2 on the 24. We're off by 9.2 on the 7-day. So head on a swivel, ladies and gentlemen. 53 cents is where we're at, and we are ranging between 52 and 53 cents. We'll keep an eye on it. I want to tell you about this very quickly as linked to. Now, you've heard me talk about it, but let me take you inside under the hood for a second. Anthropic, ladies and gentlemen, it is, in fact, an AI safety and research company working to build reliable, interpretable, and steerable AI systems. And this is what I want to tell you just a little bit about AI. And this is the remarkable, just an example of one of the remarkable opportunities on this platform. This is not a joke. This is serious. Anthropic value has tripled in a year. It's now staring down the barrel of a $40 billion valuation. Amazon has agreed to integrate this Claude software that they've developed with AI into their Alexa platform. This is the kind of connections and access you have when we're talking about private equity. Click the link below to my sponsor and really start doing it today. I know you've heard my voice a lot, but click the link below, sign up and register. It takes less than 5 minutes to sign up, register, and fund your account and start buying what the wealthiest people in the world buy, private equity. Link2.com. This is good news, and we've had to look at some pretty rough news. You know, Brazil moved to ban X because they were being criticized from free speech and people who were pushing back on them. And then we saw a judge down there take action outside of really the law. And now that's been recognized as Brazil's Supreme Court lifts the ban on X. But this is the kind of crazy times we're living in, where free speech is being talked about as an obstacle to controlling us. And they just need to remove it so they can control all of us. It's quite scary. Then there was a new documentary that released last night. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I intend to over the weekend. New HBO documentary claims Peter Todd is Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto. Eleanor Terrett rightfully asked, because the documentary dropped, I imagine, who is Satoshi? Well, I'm guessing like anybody else, but I say, what is the U.S. government and the NSA for 500, Alex or Eleanor? That's where I got it. And yes, I have exposure to Bitcoin too. And the day that I hear Fidelity and BlackRock say they're unwinding their ETF positions is the day I change that position that I have. I'm stacking my pennies next to their dollars, ladies and gentlemen. It's not rocket science. I don't want to be like them. I just want to invest like them. Crypto.com received a Wells notice from the SEC. Happy holidays, everybody. But they're fighting back. Look, what we said this. The exchanges and USD Tether, there's your bottleneck. Do the exchanges benefit from being sued? Well, obviously not. They're getting crushed. Why are they getting crushed? Matter of fact, more importantly, who isn't getting crushed and what are they going to do soon? Well, shout out to Chris and Crypto.com, and our full support's behind you as well. No question about it. You know, you're being targeted, and unfairly so. Cody Carbone, the president of the Digital Chamber, rightfully says here, the SEC's power grab has gone too far. They're crushing innovation with enforcement actions, all while dodging real rulemaking. Proud to support Crypto.com and Chris as they take this rogue agency to court. It is time to put an end to the SEC's abuse of power. This is so well said by Cody Carbone. Shout out to you, Cody. You know, yeah, look, it's time for Congress to act, right? If Congress would put the legislation through, we could put the SEC back in their own lane. But ask yourself, Retail investors are getting crushed. Innovators are getting crushed. Businesses are getting crushed. So who is he protecting? Who is he providing an advantage to? Gensler, I'm speaking of. Gary Gensler is providing advantage to the traditional legacy players because the stablecoin transaction volume is projected to triple from 4 trillion to over 12 trillion in the next 6 to 12 months as regulated stablecoins become mainstream. Come on in. Well, I mean, who would benefit from that? Oh, geez, look at that. Visa, they're not a crypto platform, and they're launching a platform for banks to issue fiat-backed tokens, such as stablecoins and tokenized deposits. Isn't that funny? Gary is not suing them. It's the damnedest thing. You know, BlackRock's going to do a stable coin. They're not getting sued. Not interested. Isn't that something? It's so easy to see. Now, it's not funny because it's costing people billions of dollars collectively, like Ripple, Binance, Debtbox, right? Library. Jeremy Kaufman's been shut down. Wrongfully so. There's damage done here just so badly. And this guy is allowed to do it. Oh, man, it's so sickening to watch. It really is. Astera, I think it is. Can we start coming up with names of companies that I don't have to take a test to pronounce? Jesus Christ. If I know this about marketing, Archax, that's a great name. I could read that. I know exactly what it is. Archax, right? Yeah, I love it. You know, Astera, it's hard to say. You know, and maybe it's me. Maybe I need to go back to school. I don't know, flashcards or something. Anyway. God, I love you guys for listening. Astera, Archax partner to offer tokenized funds in the UK. UK-based investor will gain regulated access to 91 tokenized funds, including those from ABRDN, which manages £506 billion in assets. So there are connections being made here. And don't forget, Archax is the guy who sat on stage here, Graham Rodford, shout out to him, and said he expects 30 to 50 trillion on the XRP ledger custodied by Archax, I think he said.
And tokenized treasuries and those types of instruments, the support for stablecoins, when you're talking about replacing cash, when I see DTCC, Euroclear, Clearstream, you know, it only takes one of them to flip onto natively digital, and that's trillions of assets on its own that move. So, you know, tens of trillions, I think we could see. And bearing in mind it's 1.4 quadrillion, this is still a tiny slice of a huge market. You know, 30 to 50 trillion, all on XRP, all trading on Archax.
And there you have it. And that's a speculative guess, obviously, but he's bullish, right? He's bullish and he's talking to people every day, just like Astera, right? So hugely exciting to me. Now look at this. Now we know that Brad Garlinghouse was asked about XRP ETFs.
You would welcome an XRP ETF then?
We would certainly welcome it, and I think it's inevitable that there'll be, you know, multiple ETFs around different tokens. And I think you'll even
exactly. And he was asked about BlackRock, and of course he couldn't talk about it. But I've got a few things. Remember when Steve McClurg from Valkyrie Funds mentioned it? Well, he said Ripple instead of XRP. Didn't use the right terminology, but we know what he means.
I think we're going to see a lot of filings come out for Ethereum.
Which have not done well.
I think we might see something for Ripple, given the recent progress.
And he's right, because Eleanor Terrett shared this right here from Canary Capital has officially filed the S1 with the SEC for an XRP ETF. Canary is a new crypto investment firm launched by Valkyrie founder Stephen McClurg, who just said you're going to see it. Well, you know, it's so funny. When he said, I think you're going to see that, he was the guy knowing, I know you're going to see it. He's going to file it, right? Shout out to him. He said, we're seeing encouraging signs of more progressive regulatory environment coupled with growing demand from investors for sophisticated access to cryptocurrencies beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum, specifically investors seeking access to enterprise-grade blockchain solutions in their native tokens such as XRP. a spokesperson for Canary tells Fox Business. So this is huge right here. I love this because, look, it's all going to force a bunch of XRP to be locked up and custodied so it can be properly backed for this ETF once it's approved. And this is the second one now that's been filed. Brad Garlinghouse response, he said, it's happening again. And don't lose sight of the fact that Eric Balchunas himself is going to be speaking at Swell in just another 6 days or so here. So I couldn't be more excited about where all of this is going. And Vet, shout out to Vet here, who shows us the actual listing here on the Edgar filing list. This is super exciting to see. So I couldn't be more bullish. I know you guys are too. Let's take a look at what's going on with the charts today. He says, as always, he says, I'm bullish. And here's why. He says, as always, highlight XRP does not follow any news such as the SEC. Okay. They have a minor impact, but that's it. He says, when the Heikin Ashi candles, average price candles currently at 57 cents are considered, the monthly average price stays above the support level, which is critical for XRP to continue the momentum. This support with the MACD indicator, where XRP has the green dot on the monthly time frame, he says, I am super bullish and I expect XRP to follow this pattern. We will prevail. Shout out to Dark Defender. Give him a follow. Here's the green dot he's talking about here with the MACD, right? Showing you where the sentiment is and the volume. And now you can see there is plenty of room for upside, whether it's now in the next few months. But then we're here too. So there is a great setup when you're looking at the volume being here or below, that there's plenty of upside for it to go. And you can see back in 2017, 18, and then 2021 when we had the pump there. So look, this is where we are. I know. I want this yesterday too. But the reality is, would you rather be back here or here and have to go all this way? That's how I start to look at it, because I'm ready for it also. But it does help me to think, well, at least we're not back here, right? Waiting for it. Back in 23, just in the bottom. Oh my gracious, we're not there. Matter of fact, here's another place we are. Block Bull, shout out to Block Bull, give him a follow too. Says $10 will soon be the new floor for XRP. I like that kind of talk. Imagine that. Imagine $10 being the new 28 to 35 cent level that we saw for so many years. Oh my goodness, not financial advice from me or anyone else. We're going into the freedom zone, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to have to deal with the dangers of central bank digital currencies around the world, and so much more is in play to really, really lock down people around the world. This is very dangerous. We have to be very careful and aware. I hope you will join us at digitalperspectives.com. Click the Freedom Zone and come on in. It's a great way to support the channel, and we are super grateful for everyone that does, especially in this censorship world we are living in. It is quite a scary time, no question about it. I will see you inside the Freedom Zone. Come on in. All right.